Okay. Well, it's been an interesting segment of time, hasn't it? Okay, people are joining on. Hi, everyone. All right. Well, here we are. Today is, this is Tarot by Keyth, and we're here for our daily spread. It is September 13th, 2021. It's a Monday. Happy Monday, Body Day. Whew. I've taken a break. I was finishing my book, which is just about done in first draft form. That's good news. All right. That's what we're moving away from. I'm doing a 3-card spread for the human collective in these crazy, crazy times that we find ourselves in. One more. What are we moving towards? All right. So this tarot reading might pertain to you individually. It might affect your soul group, your monad, and of course it's pulled for the collective. So let's see what the cards have to say. We're coming out of Nameless Major Arcanum 13. The Nameless Arcanum, commonly referred to as the Death card in modern decks. This is the number 3 on the upper octave of the 22s, the majors, the 22 major cycle. So 3 represents creativity, expression, and growth, with an emphasis on growth. In this card, this is massive transformation. You can see this figure, though he's skeletal, he's still flesh-colored. You know, he's still embodied. He's just stripped away the pieces that no longer serve. Grabbing a hold of his intellect, symbolized by the color yellow, with both his spiritual light blue and his physical flesh-colored hand. He grabs a hold of this spiritually activated light blue and red scythe, this blade, to cut away the parts of himself that are keeping him stuck to the past, to keep him from moving forward. So imagine us doing that as a collective at this moment in time. He's always got the love of God, spiritual light blue heart right there in his hip pocket. There's an activation here at the root chakra, the base of the spine. Kundalini light blue spiritual energy. Remember, light blue is the color of the sky, heaven, spirituality. And we have another activation at the throat, these 4 red petals here. That still says something needs to be expressed. We need to speak our truth. We need to grab a hold of the truth on the ground and in the ether. And we need to speak up for our truth and follow our truth. It's important. He's stepping forward, moving forward into the future on the timeline, from the physical world, flesh color once again, onto his light blue spiritual foot. As we make that step, as we say, you know what, I'm getting on my spiritual path. There's like this crack in the glass. We have to step through this schism of cognitive dissonance, yellow. This white bone, white resembles purity in the tarot. This white bone of purity has 7 dots, the number of 7, courage, the lion, the Leo, waiting for the breath of God to come and make music out of this decay. There's a lot of ego death represented in this card. Black is the color that represents the ego in the Marseille Tarot, and it's like compost, taking the bits of ourselves and cleaning us and using it as compost to plant seeds for the future. Be patient. 2 major arcanum in a row here, both on the upper octave. The X just means you've gone through the Wheel of Fortune, and now you're on the upper octave of number 1 through 10 cycle. And this is number 2 on the upper octave. It's the card that directly precedes this one in linear form. This is Le Pendieu, the Hanged Man. Number 2 represents balance, duality, partnership. Le Pendieu, the Hanged Man, is about waiting and being present and finding a way to be productive and enjoy the time that you have while you have it. Use the spaces you're in for what they have to offer. I keep learning this lesson over and over. But the hanged man has both the masculine sun and the feminine moon in his orange hair. Remember, orange is the color of fulfillment. Having mixed your intellect yellow with your active masculine red energy, mix those together, you get fulfillment by applying what you've learned into your life. He's hiding something behind his back. I think it's the cosmic egg. I think it's what we're earning by doing this really hard work, massive transformation. So we're moving forward from massive transformation, and we need to allow this to balance out. We want to move. We have our itchy red feet. Following our legs are how we move through the world. It's very intuitive, dark blue. And then our active feet want to move, but there's this yellow cord. Yellow, logic, intellect, and idea. Could this be a mental cord attaching us to this flesh-colored log, the third-dimensional world, that keeps us suspended, unable to move forward? What supports this log? What holds it up in the sky are these two poles of yellow. They've been pruned. Each has 6 red holes here. They've been pruned. So these are mental patterns that have been cut away, pruned away. But there's still the 2 core cognitive dissonance. Whenever I see 2 things in yellow, that means dualism in the way of thinking, which is cognitive dissonance. So there's still something hanging us up, a mental cord keeping us attached to the physical world. They're planted in these 2 great big mounds of green rebirth. So remember, green is that color of emergence. So something's emerging. I also like the bit of green around the throat here. After Nameless Arcanum 13 has something to express at the throat and an activation. We're seeing rebirth and white. So there's like a purity in speaking the truth, which is what I was saying earlier. We really need to speak our truth, make our truth known, and speak it with kindness and compassion. That's key. And defend it. Wow. So there's a face-off coming in the near future. The Queen of Swords is, again, this lion energy, the lioness. Protecting her cub, this proverbial child, this baby growing in her womb. You can clearly see it. And she's got her sword out, ready to protect this idea, this new way of thinking. The blade itself is red. It's an active masculine blade. And the key to swords are the air sign, logic, intellect, idea, knowledge, intellect. So she's very wise, and it's her spiritual knowledge, light blue and yellow, that helps her with her. She has great discernment. She has great discernment, and she knows to protect what's growing inside of her. So collectively, we have something. We have a new way of thinking. We have a new way of seeing things. We have a new way of engaging in the world with our intellect that we need to protect. All of these cards, these 2 cards anyway, have a beautiful mixture of red and blue, red and dark blue in the card, which is, again, masculine and feminine energy. So there's a really good balance there. She knows she's got to protect something, and she's looking through the blade toward the past at anything that might threaten this child. Our arms and hands are how we do our holy work in the world, and she is getting much fulfillment by being the protector of what's growing in here. So it's coming. Discernment. Be sharp. Use your wit. Continue to learn. So we've been through massive transformation, peeling off layers of pieces that no longer serve us. We're in a waiting period. Be present and engaged, and enjoy the wait, and make use of the time that you have while you have it. And look out for any sort of trickster energies that wants to separate you from your truth. No more. No more gaslighting. No more separating us from our truth. Okay? I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to be back on a more daily basis. Thank you for the time off as I am finished my book. I will have the Color Your Own deck available soon, and the companion book with it. I went through every card and wrote every detail that I saw. So I love you all. If you'd like to donate to this work, please do. It's Venmo at Tarot by Keyth. And I love you so much. Be good to each other. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.